Put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life haven't seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. That's all you got. Just not wrong with wealth. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18, that God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's the root of all you. You don't like money so much, why you get up and go to work? Yeah, everybody does think about one of the things that you think you have to say. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez.
Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, Monetize My Life Academy is officially launched. You can go to monetizemylifeacademy.com, see what we have to offer. I will be offering a membership, a subscription-based service that will help you in the areas of branding, marketing, and monetizing your life. If you need some ideas on how you can take your passion and turn it into profit, that's what Monetize My Life is all about. So it is up, live, and running. Those of you who have purchased the book, Monetize My Life, you remember you pre-ordered the book, and I promise you a 3-month subscription to Monetize My Life Academy. Go to Monetize My Life Academy and register. MonetizeMyLifeAcademy.com, register. And just leave me a message on the site to say, hey, I bought the book, start my 3 months free trial now, and I will get the 3-month free trial rolling for you guys. And you guys will be all set. But great content. I'll be coming to you live once a week to help you build your brands in the private Monetize My Life Academy Facebook group. So yeah, I'm super excited. If you missed my free webinar on the 3 free tools that I use to build my brand and explode my brand, then you can actually go and register for that webinar on Monetize My Life Academy and catch the replay. Super cool stuff. 90 minutes of me just pouring my heart out and teaching you how to build your brand for free, right? So do me a huge favor, if you're checking this out on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then copy the link to today's show and share it on your favorite social media timeline, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you like to share links, you should be sharing this link to get folks involved in this conversation. And same with you guys on Facebook. If you haven't already shared the stream, please go ahead and share the stream this morning. And let's get some other folks involved. And then, you know, the likes, the hearts, the thumbs up, all of that stuff means something in the world of Facebook. It means that we have quality content because they gauge you on the number of likes, comments, and shares that you get on a particular post or a live stream. And that tells them we have some quality content here, and they will push it out to more and more people. And the only way we can compete with the ratchetness that's out there online is that we support good, positive programming like what we try to do here on Talking Money in the Morning Live. Talking Money in the Morning is also brought to you by the Black Wealth Movement. If you are not familiar with that, then inbox me or text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887, and I'll send you some information on what that's all about. Listen, guys, like I tell you each and every morning, if you're new to the show, I like to let you know exactly who the show is for. This show is for risers and grinders, man. Put rise and grind in the chat if you're a riser and grinder this morning. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something, then this is your show. If you are serious about building a legacy and leaving a mark on this world and not just a stain, then this is your show. If you're the type of person that really is looking for a way out, you're looking for a hand up and not a hand out, you're looking to partner and connect with some serious people who are moving and shaking, then this is your show. Because all the people that you see commenting in the stream, yeah, movers and shakers. Yeah, future billionaires, future mega millionaires, future deca millionaires, future millionaires, future six-figure earners. We are risers and grinders around here, man. And that's who we are. If that is you, then this is your show. On the other hand, who is the show not for? The show is not for that eternal bump on the log, that pessimist who's got a problem for every solution. Nah, this ain't your show. And you know what? I'm like my man's Andre 3000 says, my brain is my weapon and I'm never out of ammunition, right? But if you're that type of person that's got a problem for every solution, yeah, I'm out of ammunition for you. I don't got time to be casting my pearls among swine, right? So if that's you, this ain't your show. You can exit stage left, and I promise we won't miss you. And like I tell you each and every morning, if you've never seen a future billionaire before, yes, that's billion with a B, 2027 is going down. I want you to take a screenshot, cheese, and watch me work. But more importantly, you probably want to get in the game with me, and let's race to a billion together. Today's show, we're talking about 10 reasons to take your talent to the internet. Why building an online brand should be part of everybody's wealth building portfolio. 10 reasons to take your talents to the internet. Why building an online brand should be part of everybody's wealth building portfolio. So you guys have heard me say this before, that America is business. America is a business, right? The USA is a corporation. America is business. We'll talk about that maybe on another show. But America is business. And if you don't have a business in America, you are a foreigner in your own land. That's right. The number one language spoken in this country is not English. The number one language spoken in this country is not English. It's capitalism. And if you don't speak the language of capitalism, you will struggle as a permanent underclass in this country. Capitalism is what it is. This entire nation is built on the free enterprise system. And if you are not participating on the right side of free enterprise, you will struggle, my friend. What's the right side? The right side, in order, this country was built and founded for owners, producers, and investors, business owners. So owners, producers, and investors. We're talking about business owners, landowners, those who own the means of production, those who are invest in infrastructure to produce products, goods, and services. Most Americans are on the wrong side of the free enterprise system. They are on the consumer side. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the consumer side as a producer. I need consumers to consume that which I produce so I can feed my family. But if you are trying to build a brand, build a legacy, you are trying to take your self to an entirely different level, then you, my friend, have got to get on the right side of the free enterprise system. Point blank and period. Get off the consumer side and get on the production side, get on the owner side, get on the investor side. This country was founded by those people and for those people, and all of the rules and regulations are bent in favor of owners, producers, and investors. You guys tracking with me so far? So 10 reasons to take your talent to the internet and why building a brand online should be part of everybody's wealth building portfolio. Number one, today's internet and ability to take your talents online and start building an online brand has become the most cost-effective way to build a brand ever. The most cost-effective way to build a brand ever is by far to do it online. What does it cost you to build a brand online? You can get internet service, high-speed Wi-Fi for anywhere between $30 to $50 per month. And you can actually build it online without having a separate Wi-Fi bill. You can just use your cell phone because you got Wi-Fi capability. But let's just say we're talking about a home, right? You can get the internet services from anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. Most of you already have internet because you need it for TV and things of that nature. So internet, $30 to $50 per month. Domain name, what does a domain name cost these days? 5 to 15 bucks. Domain name, bam, you're there. There's at least 2 free website platforms that I know of. I use Weebly. In fact, I have a course on how to build a Weebly website and how to really set your brand up using a Weebly website and blog. But there's also Wix. Free, don't cost you nothing, no hosting, none of that. You don't have to spend no money with these people, and you can have a professional appearance online, and you can start building a digital brand from scratch, right? And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Most of you have some talents, some gifts, some special abilities that you should be building a brand anyway. You shouldn't have to wait till today's show to realize that, hey, I got some stuff that I could be building a brand around, right? Number 2, reach. If you're going to build a brand, then you want to build a brand in a way that you can optimize the amount of reach that you can, the people that you can reach. Internet is a global reach, right? You can start a business today and have an international business by midnight online, because you have that kind of reach. We can reach anybody, anywhere, especially those who speak English. Reach the masses. Global reach is important in building a brand. And I'm so excited, y'all, because I've had, over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I've had people from all over the world reach out to me about the Black Wealth Movement. Brothers from South Africa, brothers from the Caribbean, brothers from Colombia, people from all over the world is starting to take notice of what the Black Wealth Movement is doing here in America. And it's exhilarating, it's exciting, but guess what? I would have never been able to have that kind of reach without the internet. And I want you guys to think about something really carefully, because we're talking about rebuilding the Black community, right? What would have happened if the Honorable Marcus Garvey had the internet and Facebook? What would have happened if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he was starting the nation, had the internet and Facebook and Twitter and this global reach instantaneously? Right, it's estimated that Garvey had anywhere from 1 to 5 million Black people in his organization, word of mouth, hand to foot, belly to belly. Right? Imagine if this technology existed for someone who was as charismatic, someone who was as passionate about our people as great Marcus Garvey, right? So your reach is global instantly. Now, everybody has global reach, whether you're online or not. It's just not instant global reach. I can start a business online today and instantly have a global reach. Number 3, you can become whoever or whatever you want. Building a brand online allows you to become whoever or whatever you want. See, some of us don't want to go the business route, even though we have strong passions for what it is that we're doing. But The reason we haven't started that business yet is because everybody who knows me knows my troubled past. I don't want to start a business because maybe I've done a stretch in prison. I don't want to start a business because maybe I failed at a couple businesses before. I don't want to start a business because I'm a high school dropout. I don't want to start a business because I'm a college dropout and I think people are going to judge me for that. I don't want to start this business because my family is full of crooks and they have a name in the street for being crooks and criminals. And I think that's going to taint my brand as an entrepreneur. So I don't want to start a business, right? But if you start a business and build a brand online, you can become whoever and whatever you want to be. You can become whoever and whatever you want to be. Now, does that mean you completely escape your past if you have a troubled past? Nope. But what that does mean is you can introduce people to the person that you are today and not the person that you were yesterday. In fact, you can even introduce people to the person that you're becoming tomorrow versus the person you are today. Danny Manning, what's going on, brother? You can introduce people to the person you're becoming versus the person you are today. When I first got online, I was introducing people to this version of H Cortez about 6 years ago. I was introducing people to this version of H Cortez about 6 years ago. And today, I'm introducing you guys to the billionaire philanthropist and social engineer H Cortez of 2027. The internet will allow you to become whoever and what you want to be. See, when Jay Morrison got started, he had a troubled past, right? He did a little time, he had some stuff going on, but he persevered through that and took his brand online. And everybody who was introduced to the brother from his online presence fell in love with who he is today and don't give a damn about who he was yesterday. The internet allows you to, like Lester says, change the narrative, change your narrative in particular, right? Number 4, it allows you to create multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. All of us are struggling financially because we only have one stream of income. The internet allows you to create multiple streams of income. Now, let me sit right here for a second. Man, I usually have a towel here. I didn't bring my towel in with me. Let me sit right here for a second and let's talk about this multiple streams of income thing. Because some of y'all are spinning y'all cotton picking wheels, chasing multiple streams of income. Some of you are spinning your wheels, chasing multiple streams of income, and you are literally in everything. And none of that stuff that you're in is synergistically aligned. And like my mom used to tell me all the time, boy, you got too many irons in the fire and one of them gonna burn up. And I didn't know for the life of me what the heck she was talking about. You got too many irons in the fire, one of them gonna burn up. But one year I took my kids to the Missouri Botanical Garden. Every 2 years, they have something called Prairie Day. Prairie Day. And Prairie Day is a renaissance that takes you back to what America looked like 100 years. And they have a blacksmith there. And I was watching the blacksmith build some wrought iron fencing. And that blacksmith would have 2 or 3 irons in the fire. And he would take one out and he'd take his hammer and he'd shape it, mold it, get it going a little bit, kind of get it to look like what it looks like. But when it cools off, you can't shape it as easily. So he'd have to take that one and put it back in the fire. He grabbed the other one, take it out, and he'd shape it and mold it. And he was doing this very quickly because he had to give each one a certain amount of attention before it burned up. So when I saw that, I remembered what my mom said, boy, you got too many irons in the fire. And I thought back to a lot of the things that I started that fizzled. I thought they just fizzled out. They didn't fizzle out. They burnt up because I had too many other irons in the fire. I took my eyes off this one for too long and it literally burned up. So when we say that you can generate multiple streams of income, you need to be creating multiple streams of income that are synergistically aligned in one area. So for instance, if you are into real estate and you have 10 real estate units, 10 rental units, and you're receiving rent from those rental units, well, guess what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to create another stream of income by creating a property management company that will then manage those companies as a separate entity. Manage those units as a separate entity. And guess what? When you create that property management company to manage your 10 units, you can probably pick up a few other units from some other real estate investors and start managing their units. That is a separate stream of income that is synergistically aligned with your primary stream of income. If you know how to acquire real estate, you know how to do real estate deals, you could probably do a course online teaching people how to buy and flip real estate. And people can go to your website, click on a button, and pay a couple $100s for your real estate investing course. That is another stream of income that is synergistically aligned with your primary stream of income of real estate. But what we tend to do when we talk about multiple streams of income is I'm gonna work my job, then I'm gonna go ahead and start this real estate thing and start trying to learn how to be a wholesaler. But then I'm gonna go over here and from this real estate thing, then I'm gonna go across town and learn how to be a club promoter. And I'm gonna be throwing these shows and getting these shows popping. And then as I'm throwing these shows and getting these shows popping, I'm gonna drive Uber too. Yeah, it makes you want to scratch your head, right? So none of that stuff is synergistically aligned. So you can see how as I'm throwing a show, it will cause me to take my eye off real estate wholesaling for too long, and that fizzles out or that burns up. And then when I finally go back to real estate wholesaling, then it messes up my club promoting because I'm not on that scene. And then I'm trying to drive Uber, I'm trying to work a job. You guys see how synergistically aligned businesses can create multiple streams of income without stressing you the heck out, without you spreading yourself too thin? That's what it means by multiple streams of income. Not I've got to be doing 1,000 different things. No, I do one thing very well, and there's certain things that are required out of that one thing that are spin off of that one thing. Let's stick with the real estate. Let me give you a couple more streams from the real estate. So you got a course, you got a real estate management company, you buy a real estate yourself. You might have your real estate agent's license, and you might sell a few properties from time to time and make you a $5,000-7,000 commission on sales. You might be in partnership with a couple lenders, right? So when you get ready to sell somebody a property, you send them to a lender that you have a partnership with, and that lender will give you a point or two on the loan because of the referral. See, that's synergistically aligned. You might be so good at what you're doing that you create an ebook or a book that you can sell that creates a separate stream of income, but it's all in the same vein. Right? Because you go into these properties and you fix them up and you flip them, you might go ahead and get your contractor's license so that you can be a general contractor. So when you go buy the property, then you can contract out the electric, the plumbing, the HVAC, the roofing, and make another stream of income, but it's all synergistically aligned. It's not all over the place. That's how you do that thing, man. You know, I worked for one of the big three credit bureaus before I retired last October. Wow, I'm almost a year into retirement before I retired. And I would watch as the company went and bought all of these other companies. No, three is become who you want and what you want is number three. This is number four. Multiple streams of income is number four. Three, you can become who and what you want online. Four is you can create multiple streams of income online. And I will watch our company go and acquire all of these companies because there were some things that we did. The initial company that I worked for was an employment verification company. And then I will watch the company go and buy all of these other companies who did something similar, but were in a different alley, different lane. And they bought up all of these companies. And then ultimately, one of the big three credit bureaus bought that company because credit and employment verification go hand in hand. They created another stream of income with something that's synergistically aligned to what they do primarily. Number five, taking your talents online allows you to create business systems. I have about 1,000 business systems that work for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, generating leads and sales for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, about 1,000 of them. See, you can try to figure out how to make, you know, $2,739.72 every day, which that's what it takes if you want to make $1 million in a year, $2,739 every day. And you can do that with your labor, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can do that with your labor, or you can create business systems that will make $200 a day for you. You create 10 of those systems, and now you got systems that's creating 2,000 of the 2,700 that you need every day. Create business systems is critically important because, like Trevor Ott says, man, you guys are put Black CEO in the comments if you're down with the Black CEO, Trevor Ott and Shay in that group, man. They're doing some phenomenal work in our community. Put Black CEO in the comments if you're a member of the Black CEO tribe. Trevor talks all the time about us being addicted to labor. We think that working hard is the only way that we can generate revenue or generate income. It is the only way that you can generate income, but it's not the only way to generate revenue. What's the difference between income and revenue? Income is that money that you generate or create that is directly tied to your labor. Revenue is money that's created any other way. So you got income that is directly tied to your labor. If you don't labor, you don't make income. Revenue is something that I just recently started getting into. That's money that is created outside of your labor. Money that's created outside of your labor. And when you take your talents online, you have the opportunity to create business systems that can help you do that. Number six, passive and residual income. Probably no better place to generate passive and residual income than online. Yeah, we're addicted to poor, and I would say we're addicted to labor. I think us being poor and broke is because we're addicted to labor, because we think that the only way we can make money is through work. And nobody has ever overcome poverty just through working a job only. You can overcome being poor working a job, but most people who even have good jobs six-figure jobs are still broke because your job, your income is tied to labor. We got to get outside of our income being tied to labor. So number 6 is passive and residual income. If we are ever going to buy our time back, we have got to figure out ways to generate income that is not directly tied to our labor. Passive and residual income simply means that I can generate revenue without labor. And that's where business systems come in at. That's where business systems come in at. Right? Number 7, taxes. Taxes is number 7. You guys know this is one of my favorite subjects of all time, right? I believe that the United States tax code is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. I believe that the United States tax code is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. And when you build businesses online, a lot of time you don't have to deal with the local and city and state taxes that you would have to deal with if you sold products and services through a traditional brick and mortar. A lot of times when you're dealing in e-commerce, you don't have to deal with taxes, sales tax, local tax, and things of that nature in the same way that you would if you were building a traditional brick and mortar business. And the same would go with licensing as well. A lot of people, when you're online building, you're not, in a lot of states, you're not required to have a business license to operate an e-commerce website or some sort of a business online. So you got to really think about that from that perspective and that standpoint. See, we're talking about 10 reasons to take your talent. What is your talent? What do you do better than most people? What do you do so well that people will pay you to do it for them? This is what we're talking about. Yeah, Lakeisha said, yes, any Black person that is not incorporated is sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, they're sleep on the job, man. They're sleep. Right? So taxes is number 7. Number 8, leverage. I've been trying for 2.5 years. Actually, I've been trying for pretty much all my adult life to create leveraged income and to share with Black people the power in leveraged income, leveraged revenue, right? That is money that you make off of other people. And if you're in the network marketing space, and you probably heard this quote a million times from J. Paul Getty, I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% off my own. When you talk about leveraged income, I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's effort than 100% off my own. Why? Because if I pull a Frankie, man down, code 10, man down, if I make 100% of my income off my own efforts, if I go down, 100% of my income goes down. 100%. But if I'm making 1% off 100 people's effort and 20 of those people go down, I'm still making 80% of my revenue. I'm still at 80% of my revenue. See, Dr. Boyce Watkins talks extensively about Blacks owning businesses. And every time he brings that up on the show, somebody, some troll always says, every Black person can't run a business. Some Black people shouldn't run businesses. And we always have to agree wholeheartedly, 100%. He didn't say for every Black person to run a business. He said every Black person should own a business. There's a difference between owning a business and running a business. Right now, I'm looking at some private equity companies to start investing in, some people who've got some good things going on that are on their way, and I'm looking to buy 10% of 10 different companies. And if they all become successful, that's like me having 100% of a company that I do not have to run. So you don't have to own a company. You don't have to run a company to own it. And about 5% of 20 successful companies don't have to run none of them. Just show me the numbers every quarter, then cut me my check. Show me the numbers every quarter, then cut me my check. There's a difference. So when we're talking about leverage, then the ability to leverage, then you can leverage not only other people's effort, but how about leveraging technology, right? This video right here is being streamed live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'm leveraging technology. This video, when I'm done, becomes a business system for me on Facebook and on YouTube. How does it become a business system? Yes, please share if you're just tuning in. How does it become a business system? Because everything that I put out always has a call to action. So when people see this video, they see the title, they say, hey, here's a brother talking about 10 reasons to take your talents to the internet. He's giving some good tips. And then I have a call to action that says, go join Monetize My Life Academy. They're going to click on that link. They're going to go see what Monetize My Life Academy is all about. They're going to see that they have an opportunity to watch a free webinar that teaches them how to build a brand with 3 free tools. They're going to watch that webinar and say, hey, this brother's got some really good stuff going on. Let me become a member of Monetize My Life Academy so I can get connected to this brother and learn from him. See, that is this is not just a live stream show. This is a business system that I'm creating live, and you guys are participating. So I'm leveraging technology to create business systems that will continue to bring traffic to my brand. Then I'm going to convert the traffic into leads, and I'm going to convert a small percentage of those leads into sales. What we're talking about. If you just tuned into the show, go ahead and hit the share button for me real quick, and go ahead and hit the notifications button so you get notifications when we go live every morning. So you guys understand the ability to leverage. How about leveraging other successful entrepreneurs? Leveraging other successful entrepreneurs, right? I've got a business team that is so dynamic, so intelligent, so brilliant that we come together and do joint ventures all the time. And I can leverage their expertise. You guys will see our next webinar series coming out later this week or early next week with my girl Yvette Best. I'm going to teach you how to properly establish your systems so you can pay your children properly in your business and get one of the biggest, most slept on tax deductions that's out there. And that's paying your kids in business, right? Yeah, like some of you guys are leveraging me. Exactly. Leveraging strategic partnerships, leveraging other entrepreneurs. I mean, it boggles my mind that we are so blinded sometimes that we are and so insecure. Uncle Dale, what's going on? We are so insecure sometimes that we will not connect with others that we are intimidated by. We are literally unwilling to connect with others who got a little bit more shine on us because we don't understand leverage. Yes, I allow you guys to leverage me so I can turn around and leverage you, so I can create other connections, so I can see what you guys are into, right? I want to know what you guys do. I want to know what you guys, that's why I do Free Game Fridays. I want to know what brand you are building, because we might need to get into a joint venture together. I want to know what you do. one another. But we tend to believe that leverage means abuse. It's not what leverage means. Leverage comes from the word levy, right? It means when you take a difficult task, you can use a tool to make that task easier to accomplish, right? But that don't mean abuse. When you leverage strategic partnerships, it's mutually beneficial for both parties. It's not just beneficial for one. If it's only beneficial for one, then that is abuse. But anybody who leverages me, anybody who I leverage, I bring something to the table first. I come bearing gifts first. That way I can get permission to leverage them. And then you say, hey, you know what? You can leverage this that I offer if you allow me to leverage that you offer, right? Number 9, more with less. More with less. The internet will allow you to accomplish more with less. You can literally go straight to the consumer today, and a lot of people are missing this power. My brand is direct to consumer. You can literally do more with less. I can go direct to the consumer. I don't know if you guys know that the intro that I play every morning, that's a song that I produce. I was with a rap group about 20 years ago called The Fam. That's a song that I produce. A lot of entertainers are still looking for the big deal when they don't understand that I can create more revenue for myself with less market share by going direct to consumer. So I'll give you an example. If I signed a big deal with a record label, then there's chances I can make 50 cents off of every CD sold after the label gets back all of the money that they invested in me to produce that. I can produce that same, and say I sell 500,000 copies, right, because of their help, right? Or no, let's just say I sell 100,000 copies because of their help. I sell 100,000 copies because of their help. So when I finish paying them back and I get my 50 cents per copy, then I might be looking at $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, right? But I can use the internet to build my brand, build my following, take that same 10-song CD or MP3 download, sell it myself for $10. And now I can sell 10,000 copies at $10 each direct to consumer and make 100,000. See, I've just created more with less of a market share. See, because of the way the industry is going to do it, they're going to put so much money in. They're so foolish with how they spend money and invest in branding and marketing that they have to literally make millions to get their money back. I can create a small digital footprint, promote it and produce it and push it out there myself, sell less copies because I'm going direct to the consumer. My profit margin is so great that I can sell a handful of records and become independently wealthy. And that's like that with anything, man. Anything. Right? You see Kevin Hart is starting to learn that. Took $5 million, produced Laugh at My Pain, and put it out there himself. He only put it in a few theaters and made over $130 million within the first couple weeks of that stand-up going out. And guess what? He owns 100% of that production. There's no studio that co-owns it. Nobody helped him produce it so they get 50% split. No, he put all his money up, right? I'm gonna get into my Dame Dash rant, right? He put all the money up. A boss ain't a boss unless they're putting their own money up. He put all the money up for his last three stand-ups or something. Laugh at My Pain cost him $5 million to produce. It was only in a few theaters, but produced $130 million worldwide in the first month or so. And it's still selling today. He's got a catalog of material that he owns. So in 20 years, when Netflix or somebody wants to buy the rights to that stuff to rerun it, boss move. Right, Robert? Boss move. Are you willing to put your money up to produce your own content so you own 100% of it? Who owns 100% of Talking Money in the Morning Live? That would be me. Yeah, that would be me. See, and some of you guys are scared to build a brand online because you think it has to be this huge deal. No. I've got, what is this, episode 244. And yeah, I got a reach of about 50, 60, 70,000 or something like that if I, syndicated in all the places that I could push it out there. But let me tell you something. These 244 episodes that I own the full rights to 100%, copywritten material, intellectual property, digital catalog, right? This what I own, even though my reach isn't that great now, when I become a billionaire, how much more value is this show going to have? So some of you are thinking that, we're in this mindset that we despise humble beginnings. We despise humble beginnings. I did my first 30 shows in front of 2 people or something, but I kept coming back every single day because I wasn't creating the show for the live viewers. I was creating the show to create this digital catalog. I was creating the show to create this intellectual property, this intellectual content. Now I'm 244 episodes in. And as the brand gets bigger and bigger, the value of each episode increases. You guys understand that? You guys see why you should be building a digital brand online? Around your passions. It don't have to be a talk show. It don't have to be you in front of a camera, but you should be building a digital brand. Real quick, hit the share button if you have not shared the stream already. You're just jumping on. Share it with your followers and hit the button to get the notifications too. Right? And then number 10. So you get that. Number 9 was more with less. Number 10. It's probably the easiest way to monetize what you know and profit from your passions. It's the easiest way to monetize what you know and profit from your passions. See, all of us are passionate about something. All of us know something more than others. All of us have a special gift, talent, and ability to do something great with what we know. Problem is, we're farming out what we know to a job who's only paying us pennies to do what we know for them. What if you did what you know for yourself and you built a brand online very efficiently, very cost effective, and you built this brand online, and over the same amount of years you've been working for your job? Type in the comments the number of years you've been working for your job. Everybody do this for me real quick. Type the number of years you've been on your job. Before I retired, I was on my job for 12 years. Type the number of years you've been working at your job. The number of years. Just the number. Just put in the number of years you've been on your current job. Not all of your career, just your current job right now. Type the number of years you've been on your job. I'm going to show you something real quick. Mona says 5 years on her current job. Number of years you've been on your current job right now. Elliot says 9 years. Who else? James, 13 years. Lloyd, 8 years on his current job. 10.5 years, current job. 4 years on the current job. 12 years self-employed, 24 for others. Okay, good. Let me see who else we got. So, and the reason I'm saying that is this. I think the most somebody said is 13 years. 13 years. 13 years ago, the internet was around. 3 years for Giovanni, 2 years for Monica. Imagine, I've been building the financial health mentor brand for 2.5 years, right? Robert, 23 years self-employed, right? So I've been building the financial health mentor brand for 2.5 years, right? And my reach is about 100K total, right? If I add up all my social media and my websites and all that stuff, my reach is about 100K. Imagine Robert Plant said he's been on his job for 10 years. Imagine what your brand would look like of 10 years of building. Lloyd Coakley said 8 years. Imagine what your personal brand would look like of 10 years of building that brand online with all of these things, all of these benefits of building that brand online. James said 13 years. Imagine, James, what 13 years of building your own brand on the internet would look like today. Elliot says 9. Imagine, Elliot, 9 years of building your own online brand would look like today. Right? You are allowing yourself to be leveraged, and you're taking your intellectual property and you're forming that out. And a lot of us are not taking that same. I don't care, you keep your job, but as you're forming your intellectual property out for your job, take some of that intellectual property and build your brand too. Build your brand. Mona says 5 years. Mona, you're building your own. Mona, imagine if you were consistently building your catering brand for 5 years. Where would you be right now? This is what we're talking about. And guess what? The first 12 months of building the Financial Health Mentor brand was built from a cell phone. As I worked my job, I would take little breaks and I would shoot a quick video, upload the video to YouTube, to Facebook. Man, I'm telling you, it's not hard, but I wanted to do this show so I can help you to see the benefits of this. I want you to see the benefits. Just join. I must watch this from the beginning. Yes, Keisha, you got to watch it. Go ahead and hit the share button if you haven't already shared it, but definitely go back and watch it from the beginning. Imagine what your brand could look like today if you were consistently building your brand the same number of years that you have been on your job. I already know if I was building my brand for 12 years, like I was building, like I was on my job, forming out my talents for 12 years, if I was building my brand for 12 years, I'd be a billionaire by now. If I was doing these things, these 10 things. So let me recap the 10 things. So if I was using the internet, which is a cost-effective way to build a brand, number one, I was using the internet to build my brand for 12 years, my global reach would be bananas, right? If I was using, that was number two, global reach. If I was using the brand the internet to build my brand for 12 years, like I was on my job, then it would allow me to become who I am today probably a lot sooner, right? If I was using the internet for 12 years, like I was on that job, I would have created multiple streams of income, which is number 4. Number 5, if I was building my brand for 12 years, like on my job, I would have tens of thousands of business systems in place by now that would be paying me. Number 6, passive and residual income. If I was building my brand 12 years, my passive and residual income will be off the chain right now. If I was building my brand for 12 years, and I understand that taxes is calculated differently online, I would have saved tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes because of building a brand online for 12 years. If I was building my brand online, same 12 years that I worked on my job, I would have been leveraging the technology and leveraging others' expertise and experience for 12 years. my business brand would be exploded. I would probably have an internationally household name as a brand if I was doing that for 12 years. You guys know Uber is less than 10 years old, right? Everybody, Uber is a household name. This is what we're talking about. If I was building my brand for the same 12 years that I was working my job, I would have more of the market share. And I'm in financial education, y'all. Let me say this real quick. I'm in financial education. When I'm talking about more with less, the financial industry in America is a $4 trillion industry. If I gave you $1 million per hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it will take me over 500 years to give you $4 trillion. You guys realize that I only need a small, tiny percentage of that market share to be a billionaire? See, sometimes we let the grandioseness of something intimidate us. I don't need to become a Forbes magazine. I don't need to become a Money magazine. I don't need to become a Dave Ramsey to become a billionaire. Not in this industry. This is a $4 trillion industry. A tenth of 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 a percent will still make me a billionaire. And then last, if I was building my brand for 12 years, like working a job, then I would literally have monetized all of my passions, right? Because I'm at the position now where I've just monetized another passion. I've got 4 enterprises running now that are doing fairly well. So it's just imagine if I was doing this for 12 years, right? Take the same number of years you've been working on your job and imagine if you'd been building an online brand for that same amount of years. Where would your brand be today? Where would your brand be today? We had some people said 13 years, 10 years, 5 years. Where would your brand be today if you was building your brand online, taking advantage of all of these benefits for the same amount of years that you have been working on your job? I'm just saying, man. Building a brand online should be in everybody's wealth building portfolio. Because the things that you are passionate about, there are hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people passionate about those same things. And you do things better than most, so much so that other people will pay you to do them for them. They will pay you to teach them how to do them, or they will buy products and services from you to help them do them better. Right? Self-employment doesn't mean you have a brand, so I have some work to do. I'm glad you said that, Monica. Self-employment does not mean you have a brand. Self-employment for most mean, and this is not at you, Monica. I don't know if this is you or not. Self-employment for most mean they own their job. Self-employment for most people just means they own their job. Doesn't mean they're building a brand. It doesn't mean they have systems in place. Doesn't mean they have leverage. It doesn't mean that they're monetizing all of their experiences and all of their expertise and leveraging their influence and leveraging technology, leveraging their friends, leveraging their relationships. It doesn't mean that they have global reach. It doesn't mean that they're cost effective with their methods. Self-employment doesn't necessarily mean you have a brand. But most self-employment means you own a job that requires your work 24/7. That's why I'm big on teaching systems. Get some systems in place that will generate some income with very little input from you. 5 things that all wealthy people have in common. And I'm going to end with this since we're a little bit over. 5 things all wealthy people have in common. All wealthy people have multiple streams of income. All wealthy people have passive income. All wealthy people have residual income. All wealthy people have business systems, and all wealthy people have mentors. Multiple streams, some passive, some residual, business systems, and mentors. You don't have all 5 of those things, it's going to struggle. You're going to struggle to build wealth. So with that being said, if you need a branding and marketing coach, you want some coaching, training, some education, then check out monetizemylifeacademy.com. I'm still building out all of my courses. I have the courses. I'm putting out the marketing material that will tell you what each course is and what it's all about, how it will help you. But yes, if you go to Monetize My Life Academy, you can just become a member for $47. The $47 membership also gets you one free course, which is Brand Building Basics. And that's a $97 course you get for free when you subscribe for your Monetize My Life Academy membership. And that course is over 2.5 hours of material of me teaching you all I know about building a brand. So you can go check that out. And of course, you guys know, if you want to get your money right, the Black Wealth Movement is where it's at. You want to look at a live stream on how and what the Black Wealth Movement is all about. I'll be going live with a presentation around 2 p.m. Central today, teaching what the Black Wealth Movement is all about and answering any questions that you may have. So monetizemylifeacademy.com are for business owners and entrepreneurs that want to grow their brand using social media, marketing, video, and those sorts of tips. Monetize My Life Academy is the wealth building program that we're taking into the Black community to help Black people understand the power of capitalism, the power of tax minimization, the power of debt elimination, the power of credit education, and the power of asset accumulation. We got to bring financial literacy to the Black community first if we are ever going to put out some of the fires that we have going on in our community today. So with that, I'm H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, y'all.